All right, testing levels here on Zaleski Sports. It is Wisconsin Rapids and Wausau East and Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball here this afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau East here from the Quadplex. Good. All right. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex on this gorgeous Thursday afternoon. Get you ready for Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball here this afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Today's pregame show, as always, presented by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. These two teams, Wisconsin Rapids and Wausau East, met on Tuesday, and it was all Wisconsin Rapids. It was an 11-run fifth inning for the Red Raiders that propelled them to the victory over Wausau East. Wisconsin Rapids coming in at 8-9 on the season. Wausau East at just 1-17, but that one win did come against crosstown rival Wausau West. It was a one-hit shutout thrown by Brett Olds, went all 5 innings, gave up 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, threw just 78 pitches in that game. 45 of them for strikes, triples by Francis Cronkite and Owen Richardson, doubles by Owen Richardson and Silas Cronkite, and Brett Olds with a 3-run dinger in that game as well. Rapids jumped out right away, 3-0 in the first inning, 2 more in the second, 2 more in the third, and then 5 in the 11th inning, 11 in the 5th inning. Goodness. Wisconsin Rapids scored 18 runs on 18 hits, didn't commit an error, and Wausau East had 0 runs on just 1 hit and committed 5 errors in that game. The Rapids has outscored Wausau East this year with a 16-5 mark and an 18-0 mark in their 2 meetings. Again, the Valley playing 3 games this year against every conference opponent. And Wausau East in this month of May, this is going to be their 6th game. They scored 2 against Rhinelander and 1 against Spash. They've been shut out 3 times in 5 games this month. So see if they can scratch across a couple today. It will not be very easy, though, against one of the top pitchers in the area, one of the top pitchers in the state, in Gage Honeyegger. Milwaukee Brewers got a bounce-back win today. A 7-1 victory over the San Diego Padres. Got to Mr. Canning pretty early. Brewers jumped out to a 6-0 lead after the second inning, added 1 more in the 4th to go up 7-0, and the Padres added 1 in the top of the 9th. And a good bounce-back win for the Crew after giving up a 3-run dinger in the 9th inning last night to Gavin Sheets and losing 3-1. We got a lot of games on the network tonight, including a couple of conference championship games, one in softball. That is Marshfield at Spash today, and then baseball on the other side is Loyal hosting Columbus Catholic. It is youth night tonight here at the Quadplex, and we'll go through that here in just a moment, give you some updates here. It is the top of the second inning in Stevens Point. Technically Plover. It's 2-0 Spash early on in that one. Conference champion Auburndale Eagles taking on Stratford this afternoon. They are scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. One of the hottest teams in the state, Mosinee, taking on the undefeated Rhinelander Hodags today. Other games going on. Rosholt at Pacelli at Rosholt today. They was a 1-0 win, I think, for Pacelli the last time they played. Regis is at Fall Creek. Regis having a tough season on the softball diamond. Marshfield at Spash, as mentioned. Columbus Catholic is at Loyal. They're about to get underway there. DC Everest is at Marshfield in baseball today. Chippewa Falls at Eau Claire North. And Edgar is at Marathon for baseball as well today. We'll have our starting lineups here in just a moment, and we'll get our good buddy Claude to help us out here. Turn that off. The starting lineups here for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Batting first and in center field, number 33 is James Dennis. Batting second and behind the plate is Gage Stockwell. Logan Glavinsky is at first base. He bats third. Cam Rye is at shortstop, batting fourth.
First baseman, number 24, Logan Glavinsky.
Batting fifth at second base is Tyler Stashik. Batting sixth in right field is Bennett Kobach. Batting seventh, number 2, Andrew Spierke.
Baseman, number 21, Tyler Stashik.
Batting 8th and in left field, Kyler Barth, and Maverick Ekstrom is the pitcher for the East Lumberjacks today.
The 7th batter, your third baseman, number 2, Andres Bierke.
Getting the starting lineups finished up here. And Maverick Ekstrom, the
number 30, Maverick Ekstrom,
is the starting pitcher for the East Lumberjacks.
Coached by John Winter.
John Winter, the head coach for the Lumberjacks. And the starters for the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Batting first in center field, Francis Cronkright. His brother Silas bats second behind the plate. Jarrett Seligowski is the DH today. Matthew Vollert bats fourth and in right field. Batting third at second base is Ethan Dillingham. Batting sixth at third base, Brett Olds, winning pitcher on the mound on Tuesday. Owen Richardson bats seventh. He's at first base. J.D. Weiland is in left field. And Jack Potter is at shortstop. Gage Honeyacre on the mound for the Red Raiders this afternoon. Again, today's pregame show was presented by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics or orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. We'll be back with our national anthem. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Who are currently serving this great nation home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, national anthem finished up, and now it's time to play baseball here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, the Wausau East Lumberjacks and the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Just past 5 o'clock. Glad you're all joining us here this afternoon on Zaleski Sports, as it will be Gage Honeyacre pitching to Silas Cronkright this afternoon. As, again, a lot of games on the network, a lot of very important games on the network today. You can check them all out at ZaleskiSports.com. Softball seeding meetings, a lot of them, divisions 2 through 5 have concluded. We'll go through that here in just a little bit. Spash leading Marshfield 2-0, and then a play at the plate. Able to get the runner out there. Columbus Catholic and Loyal just underway from Loyal High School. Glad that you're once again all joining us here this afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Let us know where you're watching from. Wisconsin Rapids in their home white uniforms, red striped socks, and the senior pitcher will be underway here in just a moment. And these two teams played on Tuesday. It was a 3-0 lead after the first inning for Wisconsin Rapids, 5-0 after the second. 7-0 after the third, and then an explosion in the fifth with 11 runs for Wisconsin Rapids, and they went on to win that one 18-0. Gage Honeyacre will be taking his talents to Madison College next year, but before that happens, he'll be heading over to a little ways up, not too far away from here, this summer. He'll be pitching at and for the Wisconsin Rapids rafters. James Dennis will lead things off for Wausau East here. Gage looking to set the tone early this afternoon. And the first pitch here to James Dennis will come in at 5:05 p.m. And the first one is a high heater. And Gage behind 1-0. Got a tough season for the East Lumberjacks. But looking to put a little staple on their season if they're able to get a couple of wins here at the end of the year. 1-1 strike here to James Dennis. Give you the defense of alignment behind Gage in a second. You can all turf infield, outfield, the entire complex here. High heater and got Dennis's chase, and it's 1-2. Francis Cronkright out in center, not playing extremely deep. And Gage Honeyegger picks up his first strikeout of the afternoon. And that's a Serve Pro strikeout. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened.
Gage Stockwell.
What away for Gage Stockwell. Logan Glavinsky waiting on deck. Got the adrenaline out early, did Honeyegger, and then able to pick up a strikeout. That one's fly ball to right and hooking out of play. Stockwell behind, 0-1. Again, hard to believe, but right now we are 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so, 4 weeks from the first scheduled Legion game, scheduled for Thursday, June the 4th. That is also sectional final day for softball. The 0-2 got him looking right at the knees, and Honeyegger picks up his second strikeout. It's another Serve Pro strikeout. 2 up and 2 down now for Logan Glavinsky.
Now batting first baseman Logan Glavinsky.
Logan, right on the outside corner. 0-1. It drops a bit low. 1-1 strike. 2 away here in the top of the first. See if I can find Logan's picture here. Logan Glavinsky just this week signed his letter of intent. Maybe it was last week. That was a fly ball to deep center field. Francis Cronkright chasing it down. It gets over his head. And Glavinsky's going to be at second with a 2-out double. Cronkright got all twisted around out in center field, and it fell right on the warning track. And Glavinsky with a 2-out double.
The shortstop, number 9, Cam Rye.
I'll bring up the shortstop, Cam Rye. Logan Glavinsky just last week signed his letter of intent to go play football at University of Wisconsin in Eau Claire. Good start, or a good 2-out base hit there for Glavinsky. First offering to Rye is fouled out of play. The ball's in a strike. Tyler Stashik awaiting on deck. Glavinsky not much of a threat to take off. Fouled it in the mitts. Not fouled it at the plate, pardon me, and it's 0-2. Defense behind Gage. J.D. Wineland in left. Francis Cronkright in center. Matthew Vollard out in right. And Honeyegger fires back again. And there's a base hit to left. And it gets past Weiland, and they're going to send Glavinsky, and the run's going to score. And East is on the board. Throw down to second. They're going to get him there. No, it's dropped. And Wausau East is on the board here in the first. On an 0-2 pitch. So East on the board on a base hit and then an error. RBI is not given. And East on the board here in the first. This is high for a ball. Weiland was going to come up throwing, and it bounced right over his glove out there in the left. Silas Cronkite tried to get the runner right at second, and the slide into the glove of Dillingham popped out. So 2 hits here with 2 outs for the Lumberjacks after a couple of strikeouts. And Wausau East, as I mentioned earlier, has struggled to score this month. And they're able to get on the board here in the first against Wisconsin Rapids Ace. Coming in, they had only scored 3 runs in 5 games this month. And they're out on top early here in the first, the 2-2. Fouled at the plate. Nice job by Tyler Stashik. Deuces are wild here in the top of the first. A run across for the Jacks. Honeyegger sets and fires. Again, nice job by Tyler Stashik, just staying alive. Wausau East heading to Merrill tomorrow, Lakeland on Saturday, then at Wausau West on Tuesday, hosting Wausau West on Thursday, and then they finish up the season with DC Everest. There's a swing and a miss. Now they got to secure the out at first. Cronkite to first, and they do just that. Honeyegger ends up striking out the side, but the Lumberjacks scratched across the run on a couple of hits and an error. We played a half an inning. Wausau East 1, Wisconsin Rapids coming up. We're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Maverick Ekstrom will be on the mound for Wausau East. His team gave him a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. He'll face off with Francis Cronkite, Silas Cronkite, and Jarrett Seligowski, followed by Matthew Vollert, Ethan Dillingham, and Brett Olds, Owen Richardson, J.D. Weiland, and Jack Potter. Today's ball game presented by Nakusa Port Edward State Bank. They proudly support our local athletes and their families, from business to personal banking and everywhere in between. Let Nakusa Port Edward State Bank work for you. Francis Cronkite now, the center fielder. Purple left sleeve there. First one to Francis, misses low and inside, 1-0. Ekstrom fires back, ground ball up the middle, and it's going to go into center field underneath the glove of Cam Rye. And Wisconsin Rapids with a leadoff base runner for Silas Cronkite. Perfectly placed, just a couple of feet right of the second base bag. Cam Rye gave it a look, gave it a charge, just unable to get there. Now to bring up Silas Cronkite, the catcher. Defense behind Maverick Ekstrom, Kyler Barth in left, James Dennis in center, and Bennett Kolbach in right field. Ekstrom comes set. That's popped up, fly ball to center. James Dennis is there, and Silas looks at one pitch and flies out. There's one away now for Jarrett Seligowski. Bjerke at third, Camry at second, or excuse me, at short. Tyler Stashik at second, and Logan Glavinsky, who scored that run in the first, is at first base. Gage Stockwell catching for Maverick Ekstrom here this afternoon. There goes the runner, and that one is high and tight. Throw down to second is not quite there. It's a ball to Seligowski and a stolen base for Cronkite. Good strong throw there by Stockwell. And making sure that Francis is all right. Now a runner in scoring position for Wisconsin Rapids with one out. And Ekstrom steps off. He's got to go through the pitch sequence again with his catcher, Gage Stockwell. Marshfield Dairy Fest, say cheese on Friday, May 29th and Saturday, May 30th. Enjoy the Mayor's Breakfast, Parade, and live music at Nuts Deep 2 in Marshfield. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. It's visitmarshfield.com. Marshfield Dairy Fest at the end of the month. Ekstrom sets and fires. Popped up and out of play. We're evened up at a ball and a strike. Wisconsin Rapids softball team up at DC Everest tonight. Their first pitch is at 7 o'clock. Find that at ZaleskiSports.com. Chris Conley and Braden Bullis from Everest tonight. Last time those two teams played, it was an 8-7 win for Everest. And off the hands and into the screen, and it's 1-2. Big event tonight. NFL schedule release later on this evening. A lot of them have been, quote-unquote, leaked out. We'll see see exactly where everybody plays. Packers are staying in the U.S. this year. No international games for the Packers. There's a fly ball to Dennison center and tracked it perfectly. And there's two away. Now to bring up Matthew Voller with two outs. They will play the Rams the day before Thanksgiving. Leaked possibility that they'll play the Bears they will play the Bears on Christmas Day. And then it's just a matter of dwindling down the other 15 weeks. There's a spinner in there, missed a touch inside. I just want to know. And those will be released later on this evening. Probably post them up on Facebook as well on the Zaleski Sports Network. And Matthew Vollard gets hit by a pitch. Tried the breaking ball in the same spot, didn't get the same result, and it spun in and hit him on the front shoulder.
Second baseman Ethan Dillingham.
That'll bring up second baseman Ethan Dillingham with two outs. Cronkite started the inning off with a single and a couple of flyouts to center. Now a hit by pitch. 2 on, 2 out here for Ethan. Fires home. Fly ball to right, and that's going to fall in front of Kobach, and they're going to send Cronkite home. It's going to be an RBI base hit for Ethan Dillingham. Opposite field base hit. Kobach didn't get a good read on it. He let it fall in front of him, and now there's runners at the corners for Brett Olds. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the first with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Would not be surprised to see Ethan Dillingham take off, and that's exactly what Gage Stockwell is relaying to his infield on what their plan will be. Brett had a big game on Tuesday. Winning pitcher on the mound. There goes Dillingham, and that's a perfectly placed hit for Brett Olds. And a base hit for Brett. RBI single for Brett Olds. Dillingham from first to third. Vollard scores with ease. That was a perfectly placed ball as well. Dillingham took off. The second baseman Stashik went over to cover second base, and and Olds put it right where Stashik was supposed to be. Those runners at the corners again, 2 across here. Again, all the damage for Wisconsin Rapids with 2 outs. Very similar to what Wausau East did in the top of the inning. Ekstrom trying to get out of it here with Owen Richardson at the plate. Belly flop back for Olds. First pitch this afternoon, 5:05, 15 minutes into this one. We're in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs. Rapids has taken the lead 2-1 after East scored in the top of the first. J.D. Weiland wanting an opportunity. Ekstrom comes set. The right-hander fires home. There's a line drive to right center field. That's trouble. Brett Olds is going to score from first. That rolls all the way to the wall. Owen Richardson is going to get in with a 2 RBI triple. Owen Richardson comes through with 2 outs for Wisconsin Rapids. Dillingham scores with ease. Brett Olds scores with ease. And Richardson brings in a couple for J.D. Weiland, who's at the plate with 2 outs. All the way to the wall. More opposite field hitting for Wisconsin Rapids in between Kobach and Dennis. 2 outs. 2-out rallies here for Wisconsin Rapids. Breaking ball in there to J.D. is good for a strike. Owen Richardson, runner at third. Breaking ball and a good one there from Ekstrom. J.D. Weiland tried to put that into the ball fields behind center field. Ekstrom kicks and fires again. Oh, and that one almost clipped him. As 1 and 2 scooting out of the way. Again, much like Wausau East, Rapids doing all this damage with 2 outs. And on 3 consecutive pitches, I should say. Ethan Dillingham singled on his first pitch. Brett Olds singled on his first pitch. And then Owen Richardson tripled on his first pitch. The 2-2 swung on and missed. And that'll end the first inning. 4 runs across for Wisconsin Rapids on 4 hits. They leave 1 stranded. We have played 1 complete. It's new score. Rapids 4, Wausau East 1. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
When hunger hits in Wisconsin Rapids, there's only one place to ride in for bold flavor: Rodeo Grill. This Tex-Mex grill is serving up juicy burgers and sizzling steaks, along with an extensive, authentic Mexican menu. Bring the family, meet up with friends, and enjoy great food in a beautiful, festive atmosphere. Dine in, take out, catering, they offer it all at Rodeo Grill, where big flavor meets small-town hospitality. Stop by today in Wisconsin Rapids and taste why everyone keeps coming back for more.
All right, welcome back to the Quadplex. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 here for Wausau East in the second inning. Bennett Kobach, Anders Bjerke, and Kyler Barth for the Lumberjacks. First one from Honeyegger misses away. Kobach, Bjerke, and Barth, and Honeyegger behind quickly. 2 balls and no strikes. Ooh, didn't miss by much there, and Kobach ahead 3-0. Going right after it on 3-0. Fouls it back. 3-1. There's a base hit up the middle. 3-1 hit or 3-1 pitch right back up the middle there for Kobach, and the Jacks have a base runner with nobody out for Bjerke. Anders Bjerke with one away, the third baseman.
Third baseman, Andrew Berkey.
All right, first for Bjerke. There's one in there for a strike, nothing in one. That's a foul ball. And make sure that Bjerke is all right. Off his left leg there. Reminder that shedsliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at shedslivered.com. So unofficially here, as of right now, again, has not been confirmed. Has not been confirmed, but go through what this tweet here says. Again, won't be confirmed until later, but right now it looks the possibility of Packers at Vikings, at Jets, home against the Falcons, at Tampa Bay, home against the Bears, home against the Cowboys, at Lions, home against the Panthers, at Patriots, home against the Vikings, the bye week, then at Rams. Again, that was Thanksgiving Eve, at Saints. Then the Packers have 4 of their last 5 home games. Again, these are all unconfirmed, and they're making sure that Bjerke is all right. Mark Brost out to see if he'll be okay and see if he's good to go. Let's see. Yeah, tough go of it, and to have to, first off, to have to face a pitcher like Gage Honeyegger, and then now that you're a little injured, not going to be easy here for Anders Bjerke. Runner at first and nobody out for Bjerke. Kyler Barth on deck. Honeyegger comes set. Try to get him to chase. Misses high, and it's 1-2. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon. And the 1-2. Got him looking, and there's strikeout number 4 for Gage Honeyegger. There's one away here in the second for Kyler Barth. Kyler, the left fielder.
Left fielder, Kyler Barth.
Runner at first is Kobach. Honeyegger fires back. First offering is a high strike, and it's 0-1. Pitcher Maverick Ekstrom awaiting on deck. The 0-1. Spinner misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com. Find an agent near you. It's an intriguing game here. Rhinelander and Mosinee baseball today. There's a swing and a miss in on the hands, and it's 1-2. Let's see what Gunnard and Ryan have up there. It's scoreless in the top of the third. Again, Rhinelander undefeated. Mosinee has won 10 in a row. Honeyegger ahead, 1-2 here. Gage fires back and picks up another strikeout. 5th K for Gage, and there's 2 away now for the pitcher, Maverick Ekstrom.
Number 30, Maverick Ekstrom.
See what we got here. Stratford up on Auburndale 2-0 in the top of the 4th. There's off the end of the bat. It's a fair ball, and they're going to get Ekstrom. Ekstrom didn't think it was going to be a fair ball, and he didn't leave the batter's box. A nice play behind the dish by Silas Cronkright to end the 2nd inning. No runs on a hit and 1 left. We've played an inning and a half. 4-1 Rapids. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Say cheese! Kick things off on Friday, May 29th with the Mayor's Breakfast from 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. Then at 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for a night of family-friendly entertainment, including the play Winnie the Pooh and Friends. The fun continues on Saturday, May 30th with the parade at 11 a.m. Afterward, make your way to Wenzel Family Plaza for more activities. Be sure to explore the craft show at Chestnut and West 3rd Street, and while you're there, stop by the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Upham Mansion. Wrap up the day at the Outdoor Beer Garden, hosted by Nuts Deep 2, featuring live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Jack Potter to lead things off here in the home half of the 2nd inning for Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Red Raiders as they lead 4-1. Remember that Next Step Prosthetics provides prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. And Rapids has DC Everest twice next week. Spash has just about wrapped up the conference title in the Valley this year. Rapids will end the season with Spash. At Spash and then home. I don't know if we'll be able to cover. We'll try and get those covered, but that's also the first week of baseball playoffs as Ekstrom hits Jack Potter on the first pitch, and Rapids has a base runner here to start the inning for Silas Cronkright. Or excuse me, for Francis Cronkright. Francis single to start off the game. Francis singled into center in the first. Back toss over to first with nobody out. Ekstrom stares at his runner. Potter stays put. There's a breaking ball away, and it's 1-0. After a 5-1 homestand for the Brewers, swept the Yankees, took 2 out of 3 from the Padres. Head to Minnesota this weekend. There's a strike. First pitch tomorrow has been moved up a little bit to accommodate for the Minnesota Timberwolves playing in the Eastern Conference semifinal or Western Conference semifinals. There goes the runner. Throw down to second. And they got him. Oh, what a pick out there by Cam Rye. Nice throw by Stockwell and a heck of a pick off the turf by Cam Rye to get Jack Potter. It was just a matter of if Cam was able to hang on to the ball, and he sure did, and got Potter at first. That was a nice tag there. Now Ekstrom back with the bases clear. Bases clear and 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Cronkright. Popped up behind third. Oh, and Barth didn't see it. That's going to fall for a base hit. That's going to be at least a double. Kyler Barth out and left didn't see the ball. It's going to be a 1-out double for Francis Cronkright. He did not get a break whatsoever out there in left field. That'll bring up Silas Cronkright. A 1-out double for Francis. So 3 against the Twins this weekend, and then they head down to the north side of Chicago for the first time this year to take on the Cubs. Breaking ball drops low for a ball. Francis at second with 1 out. Silas at the dish, flew out to center field his first time. That's a smash to left. That's going to fall in front of Barth to throw into short. And a base hit there for Silas. Runners at the corners and nobody out, or 1 out here for Jared Seligowski. Have a courtesy runner here. There'll be Caden Shalinski coming in to run for Seligowski now at the plate. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling of Wisconsin Rapids places your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Runners at the corners. Would not be surprised if Shalinski takes off. And there he goes. Squares the bunt. Throw back down to third. And everybody's going to be safe. Caden wasted no time on that one over at first base. That is his job once he gets on base. And you just take off. Now a 2 in scoring position with 1 out for Jarrett. Ekstrom steps off. Infield plays in now. Trying to cut down the runner at home. Not allow that runner to take off. Off the end of the bats. Fouls it straight back. No balls and 2 strikes here to Jared Seligowski. Steps off. 0-2 here to Jarrett. Ekstrom trying to get a big out here. Fires back in the 0-2. Breaking ball smashed into left center. Stayed back on the breaking ball and hit it into left center field. And Jared Seligowski in with a 2 RBI double. Cronkright and Shalinski score, and that'll bring up Matthew Vollert.
Number 17, Matthew Vollert.
And it's 6-1 Rapids. Again, weighted back on the spinner and poked it into left center field. Now Seligowski at second with 1 out for Vollert. There's a hit to right center field. Seligowski will score, and Matthew Vollert will pick up an RBI single. Again, Rapids not waiting around to get their pitch, to go right after the first one, and that'll bring up Ethan Dillingham, who singled in a run back in the first inning. 7-1 Rapids. We play in the bottom of the second inning. There's fouled into the screen for Dillingham, and it's 0-1. Williams Plumbing and Heating of Wisconsin Rapids, or Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. That one almost clipped Dillingham. We're even at a ball and a strike. Yeah, the non-confirmed leaked schedule. There's a strike in the outside corner. Gets a friendly call there, and it's 1-2. Packers have 3 of their first 4 games on the road, but they end 4 of their last 5 at home. Again, those are unconfirmed. That's a leaked unconfirmed schedule. The 1-2 from Ekstrom. There's a hit over the glove of Stashik, and Dillingham is 2 for 2 today. And Rapids pounding him out here in the inning. 5 hits in a row. We'll bring in Brett Olds. The runners at first and second for Brett. He placed it perfectly past Stashik in the first inning. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Fires home. Breaking ball is a beauty from Ekstrom, and it's 0-1. His best breaking ball of the day, except that one that he struck out Weiland on in the first. That dropped below his hands. Ekstrom fires again. Misses a touch inside. It's 1-2. Owen Richardson, who had a 2 RBI triple, is on deck. The inning started off with a hit by pitch and then a caught stealing right away. Now 5 straight base hits for the Red Raiders. Went out and reached for that one, did Olds, and it's 1-2. Solaris is your hometown fiber internet provider. Just like our athletes bring their best to the field, we bring our best to your home with lightning fast, reliable fiber internet that never quits. Stream, game, and connect without missing a beat. Get connected. Stay connected at Solaris.net. There's a base hit again. Oh, it's off the tip of the glove of Stashik. And they're going to wave around the runner. The throw home is going to be not in time. RBI base hit for Brett Olds. That's a good wave around to score Vollert. Another RBI base hit for the Red Raiders. 8-1, and they're going to bring in a new pitcher. We'll have a pitching change when we come back. We'll be back after this with the defensive changes. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MaidaCustom.com.
Kyler Barth, the new pitcher for Wausau East here. It'll be Owen Richardson here. Fall Creek way over Regis today in softball. Spash up 4-2 on Marshfield to go into the 5th inning. That's the conference championship game in the Wisconsin Valley Conference for softball. In the Clover Belt East Conference for baseball, Columbus Catholic and Loyal. It is Columbus Catholic 1-0 over Loyal. Baseball from Jack Hackney Field. It's Marshfield 6, DC Everest 0. Chippewa Falls at Eau Claire North tonight. It's 1-0 North. Chi High is 14-3 on the year. Edgar is at Marathon tonight. Marathon leads 6-2 in the 4th inning. We're, of course, here in the bottom of the 2nd. Still a great crowd watching online. Thank you all for tuning in on this gorgeous Thursday night here in Central Wisconsin. Owen Richardson, a 2 RBI triple his last time up. Kyler Barth on the mound. First offering is high and tight, and it's 1-0. Owen is the 8th hitter of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. 6 straight base hits for the Red Raiders. Again, they had 18 runs on 18 hits on Tuesday. Barth back at it. Outside corner for a strike, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Stratford all over Auburndale. 5-0. Maybe surprised, maybe not. Calling off the Dogs a little early for Auburndale. And Barth steps off to reset. Dillingham and Olds the runners. And the 1-1. That one was over the head of Richardson. Again, a breaker that didn't break. That's the best way to put it. It's the easiest, easiest way to put things like that. 2 balls and a strike here to Owen Richardson, trying to break it open even more. And on the handles, swing at ball 3, and it's 2-2. Youth night here at the Quadplex. Good to see all the little ones walking around, waiting for their time to be up here in the big field. 3-2. And a lot of them probably play on these fields during the summer, at least the softball fields for some of the youth tournaments. 3 balls and 2 strikes and 1 away here in the second. 3-2. Line drive foul. A little late on that one. 3-2. We'll do it again at the full count. Dillingham at second, Olds at first. 1 away for Owen Richardson. The payoff coming here. Barth comes set. And the payoff. And it's going to be a walk to Owen Richardson. Just the first walk issue today, but now the bases are loaded for the 9th hitter of the inning, and J.D. Weiland.
Left fielder number 7, J.D. Weiland.
J.D. struck out back in the first inning to end the first inning. Bases are juiced here in the second with only 1 out. The 9th hitter of the inning. And that one's a wild pitch. Gets past Stockwell and didn't. And able to chase it down. Got a nice ricochet to Gage Stockwell behind the plate. That was a good read by Dillingham as well. One 1-0 count. Bases loaded with 1 out. Weiland trying to put one in the gap here. And swung through it. Strong swing and missed. 1-1. Jack Potter, who started the inning off with a hit by pitch, is waiting on deck. 1-1. Breaking ball is tomahawked out of play. And it's 1-2. That was a full-out tomahawk hatchet job there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fires back. High chopper over to first. Glavinsky is going to go home. He overthrows it. And coming home to score will be Olds. And that's a 2-run error by Glavinsky. Weiland reaches on the fielder's choice. Dillingham scores on the errant throw. So does Brett Olds. And 2 in scoring position again for
number 24, Jack Potter.
2 in scoring position again now here for Jack Potter. 10-1. Potter started the inning off with a hit by pitch. That one misses away, 1-0. 10th hitter of the inning, still only one out. Weiland and Richardson the runners. And 2-0 here to Potter. Francis Cronkite awaiting on deck. This will be Francis's third at bat, and we're in the second inning. That one misses away. Three balls and no strikes. Misses away. 4-pitch walk to Potter. Bases are loaded again now for Francis Cronkite. Francis a single and a double today. Bases are loaded here for Francis. Bases loaded, one out. Good speed on the paths for the Red Raiders. And Francis isn't going to swing until he gets a strike. 1-0. Cronkite looks in from Barth. There's inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Silas Cronkite waiting on deck. The 1-1. High chopper over to second. That's Stashik. He's going to get the tag there. A run will score on the fielder's choice. Potter out there on the 4 tag. Richardson scores. Weiland to third. Now there's runners at the corners for with 2 outs. 11-1 to Wisconsin Rapids. 12th hitter of the inning for the Red Raiders. Silas today flew out to center and singled. A check swing foul. And it's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Runners at the corners and 2 outs now. Misses low. Tough go of it for Jack Potter because both outs of the inning have been on him. The caught stealing and then the tag in between the on the base paths. Offering high and tight. 2-1 here for Barth. Like Carrie Van Er with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Er with State Farm here in Wisconsin Rapids. Drops low for a ball, 3-1. Rapids 7 across here in the inning with 2 outs. Jared Seligowski on deck. That's going to be hit over to third, gobbled up there by Bjerke, and that's off the glove of Stashik. And another run will score. The error on the throw. Cronkite will reach on the fielder's choice. Francis will get to second and third on the error. And J.D. Weiland will score. Runners at the corners again now for Jared Seligowski. And Caden Shalinsky will come in to run again for Silas. 13th hitter of the inning here for Wisconsin Rapids. Runners at the corners again. 2 outs. They had the out. Bjerke overthrew it on his play over to Stashik at second. Shalinsky at first now. and wanted that one bad, and Jarrett swung through it, 0-1. The ball's in a strike here to Jarrett Seligowski. Shalinski's going to stay put, the 0-1. Bounced in there. We're even at a ball and a strike here. Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, and your dreams? Your Modern Woodmen of America representative can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Scott Patrick at 715-424-1873 to start the conversation today. 2 balls and a strike here to Seligowski. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. We're even at 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the second inning. 8 runs across for the Red Raiders here in the inning. The 2-2. Bounced in there. Good stop behind the plate by Stockwell. Shalinski will now have a head start on the pitch. That's just the name of the game on a full count. The 3-2 offering. Line drive to left center. There's another base hit. Shalinski's going to go to third. Station to station for the Red Raiders. Another RBI base hit for Jarrett Seligowski. The 9th. And that'll do it again here for Kyler Barth. James Dennis will be the new pitcher. We'll be back with the pitching change when we come back. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Step inside Wisconsin Rapids' newest indoor mini golf experience, Mini Rapids, where fun awaits all ages. Challenge your friends, bring the family, or plan the perfect date night. All on a one-of-a-kind course packed with twists, turns, and surprises. Rain or shine, it's putt time at Mini Rapids. Conveniently located just off 8th Street on Huntington Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids. Great vibes and good times are always on deck. No tee times required, and open daily from 11 to 8. Grab your crew and tee off today at Rapids Indoor Mini Golf.
All right, James Dennis, the new pitcher for Wausau East. He'll take over here for Kyler Barth. Still a tough outing here for the East Lumberjacks. We appreciate you all tuning in, though, here on Zaleski Sports. Still a great crowd watching online. Spash leads Marshfield now 6-2. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stratford and Auburndale. Look at that. Stratford leads Auburndale now 6-4. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Auburndale making a little bit of a game in that one. Bottom of the 5th in Mosinee. It's Mosinee Indians 0. Rhinelander 0. As the we appreciate you all tuning in here on Zaleski Sports this afternoon. Another full slate of games tomorrow. Matthew Vollard had the play with runners at the corners now. And still 2 outs. James Dennis on the mound. Fires home. First one misses a touch high. It's 1-0. Yeah, it's a 9-run second inning here. 14th batter of the inning. And that one hits Matthew Vollard. Second time that Matthew's been hit by a pitch. Bases are going to be loaded here with 2 outs for Ethan Dillingham. 15th batter of the inning. Bases are juiced with 2 outs. That's going to be lined off the glove of Bjerke. They're going to send Seligowski. It's going to be another 2 RBI base hit for Ethan Dillingham. 2 RBI double there for Ethan. Right off the glove of Bjerke. And now the runners are at second and third, still with 2 outs. That'll bring up Brett Olds, the 16th batter of the inning. Out of the windup. There's a strike. Olds today, a couple of singles, a couple of RBIs. Dennis wheels and deals. And bounces in there for a ball. Or even at a ball and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 runners on. 11 across in the inning for the Red Raiders. That's going to be blooped to second. That's caught to end the second inning. 11 runs across for Wisconsin Rapids. They lead it 15-1. Go to the top of the third here on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we go to the third inning here. It'll be the top of the order for Wausau East. James Dennis, Gage Stockwell, and Logan Glavinsky. Now it's just a matter. Gage Honeyegger has been sitting for a long, long time here. That half inning took a long time, and go about it here. Waiting for our home plate umpire, Mark Brost here. And what do we got over here? Caden Shalinsky, the new third baseman. Caden Shalinsky taking over for Brett Olds at Shalinsky taking over at third base for Wisconsin Rapids. And that'll give us time to remind you that you can save up to $180 on new tires at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service now through June on 4 Goodyear tires with locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. Also, for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. And just waiting for Mark Brost to come back here. There we go. Now we're good to go. Dennis to lead things off here in the third. Now it's high and tight. Dennis. Pretty clean rap sheet here for Gage. Just gave up that one run in the first inning. 1-0. There's an inside pitch for a strike. We're even at a ball and strike here. Honeyegger stares in on the 1-1. Gets one that he likes. Shakes an improvement. Fires home. Spinner in there for a strike. Buckled the knees of James Dennis there. Lefty v lefty here. Fires again. Drops a touch low, and it's 2-2. Didn't miss by much, but didn't get the call there. We'll do it again here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fires again. Line drive to second off of Dillingham. No, that's not. What do we got here? Ethan Blazer out there at second. There's an error on the new second baseman, Ethan Blazer. That'll bring up Gage Stockwell. Allen's a fly ball to left center. Long run, chasing it down in the gap for the first out. That was a nicely hit ball. One away for one away on Stockwell, I should say, and that'll bring up Logan Glavinsky. He doubled back in the first inning. That one was shot to dead center field. And the first offering misses for a ball. Offering, a smash to right center. Over on it and making the catch for the second out. 2 away now for Cam Rye. Cam had the single in the first.
Now batting number 9, Cam Rye.
First one to Cam is good for a strike. For all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. There's a spinner in there for a strike, and so 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes, 2 away here in the third. Cronkite sets up high off the end of the bat and foul past first. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up for free consultation today. Do it again on 0 balls and 2 strikes. Honeyegger gets one that he likes and fires back home and picks up another strikeout. That's strikeout number 6 for Gage to end the third inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the third. 15-1 Wisconsin Rapids. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
All right, go to the bottom of the third inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. assuming Coach Pion has made some changes here, and we'll get those two once they happen here in the inning. Owen Richardson was the original batter. He will not bat. That'll be Connor Cronstead will hit here for the Red Raiders. Reminder that for 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. They're local, they're trusted, and they're strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. They're federally insured by NCUA. Connor Cronstead will bat here for Wisconsin Rapids. Cronstead hitting here for Owen Richardson. There's a strike from James Dennis, and it's 0-1. Stares in, long look out of the windup. Kicks and fires. There's one that bounced in front of home plate. We're even up at a ball and strike. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Acusa, Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. There's a spinner, stayed high, 2-1. .325 down the lines here at the Quadplex on the varsity field, the Acusa Port Edward State Bank field. .365 to the alleys and .380 to dead center. There's a line drive to second and caught there by Stashik, and there's one away. One up and one down now.
Now up number 23, Felix Epps.
Felix Epps will come in to hit here for for J.D. Weiland. Epps at the plate against James Dennis. First offering home is over the head for a ball, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. We play in the bottom of the third inning. 15-1, Wisconsin Rapids. And Dennis fires again. There's a spinner in there, and it's a good one. In for a strike. We're even at a ball and strike. Again, Rapids scoring 4 in the first, 11 in the second. 11 runs on 8 hits in that second inning. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Dennis, and we're at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blazer on deck for Wisconsin Rapids. Dennis takes a deep breath out of the windup. The 1-2. Spikes it in the left-handed batter's box. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just past 6 o'clock here in Wisconsin Rapids. Steve Maves here from the Quadplex. Live on Zaleski Sports. Rapids looking to get to 500 this year, 9-9. Fly ball to center field. Over on it is Barth, and he makes a catch. 2 away now for Ethan Blazer.
Number 8, Ethan Blazer.
Parker Marzofka on deck with 2 outs here in the third. 2 away now here in the inning for Blazer. There's a spinner in there, and it drops a touch low, and it's 1-0. Nobody on, 2 away here for James Dennis. Marzofka on deck. Fires again. That one misses a high, and it's 2-0. Rapids scored 11 runs in the 5th inning on Tuesday night. They just did a little bit earlier here tonight. And the offering home on the 2-0. And check swing in there for a strike anyway, and it's 2-1. Rapids sent 16 batters to the plates in the second inning. Dennis does it again. Misses a touch inside. Spinning out of the way was Blazer. 3-1 now with Marzofka on deck. Dennis stares in. Eyes right over the top of the glove, out of the windup. There's an outside strike. Count runs full now to Blazer. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Dennis wheels and deals home and got him looking to end the inning. A perfect inning here for James Dennis to end the 3rd inning. Nothing across, nothing happening for the Red Raiders. Gage Honeyacre sprints out to the mound. We go to the 4th. It's still 15-1 Rapids. You're watching high school baseball presented by ShedSliver.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Couple of changes here for the Red Raiders. Carter Karbowski out in right field. I think he was out there the last inning as well. Caden Shalinsky, the new catcher for Wisconsin Rapids. So just a couple of defensive changes. Number 20, Connor Kronstedt over at first base as well. All right, here we go. Tyler Stashik to lead things off here for the Lumberjacks. Swung and missed there by Stashik. Bennett Koback awaiting on deck. Wheels and deals home. Line drive past first and foul. It's 0-2 quickly here. Reminder that Econ Electric has been is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider since 1970. Econ Electric, or people have turned to Econ Electric since 1970. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. Ball and 2 strikes here. There's a strike 3 call. Strikeout number 7 for Gage Honeyacre, and there's 1 away here in the 4th. 1 away now for Bennett Koback, who singled in his last at-bat to start the 2nd inning. Nobody on, 1 away here. There's a strike. 0-1 here to Koback. There's a breaker right there above the letters. Gets the call, and it's 0-2. And there's a strikeout number 8. Strikeout number 8 for Gage Honeyacre. And there's 2 away now for Andres Bierke. Bierke with 2 away now. Nothing in 1 here to Bierke. And Mount misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bierke struck out looking in the 2nd. Gage takes a deep breath, comes set. Looking to strike out the side again. Misses away, 2-1. Gage struck out the side in the 1st and the 2nd. Looking to do the same here in the fourth. And good to see Anders Bierke still out there after taking one off the knee earlier in this one. Again, Caden Shalinski behind the plate. The 2-1. Missed touch high. Honeyacre behind 3-1. Three balls and a strike. 2 away here in the fourth. There's a strike. Oh, just couldn't get it in there. First walk issued by Gage, and there's runner at first and 2 outs now for Kyler Barth, the center fielder. They'll have a courtesy runner here. Head coach Tom Magnuson, not head coach, Coach Tom Magnuson making that call. Connor Lemerand coming in to run. Runner at first is Lemerand, and that'll bring up Kyler Barth, the center fielder. Coming into run for Bierke after Bierke had that ball off his knee. Lemerand, a little bit of a lead over at first, nothing too egregious. Barth looks at a ball high and away. 1 ball and no strikes here. Gage fires again. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gage with 9 Ks tonight. Fires again. Misses away. 2-1 here to Barth. Maverick Ekstrom awaiting on deck. Honeyacre back at it. Ground ball over to short. Tough play. No pick there. And across the diamond in time. Nice play to end the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on via the walk. We've played 3.5. It is 15-1 Wisconsin Rapids to go to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Marzovka to lead things off here in the home half of the fourth inning. That one's over the head from Dennis. 1-0 here to Marzovka. One ball, no strikes. And that one hits the noggin of Marzovka. And Gage Honeyacre is on deck here. They'll bring up Hudson Holman here.
Now batting number 27, Hudson Holman.
Hudson Holman getting an opportunity. Time is called. We'll reset. Marzovka at first. Hudson Holman, the sophomore, at the plate. Holman at the dish. First offering is line down the left field line. It's just foul. Oh, millisecond early for Hudson. And it's 0-1. Gage Honeyegger waiting on deck. Runner at first and nobody out for Hudson. That one hits Hudson. Another hit by pitch. Holman had a good swing, and now it's Gage Honeyegger's turn. Gage Honeyegger. The DH is going to be taken out. Two on and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Two on and nobody out. Dennis comes set. This is high for a ball, 1-0. Karbowski waiting on deck. And wanted it. Fouled it straight back. Good cut on it. We're even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 here to Honeyegger. Misses high, 2-1. Rapids senior. And going down to Madison College next year. This summer playing for the Rafters. The 2-1. And turned on that one and fouled it to the Lumberjacks dugout. 2-2 here. Closing in on 6:30 here in central Wisconsin. Steve Maves here with you. Glad you're joining us on this Thursday afternoon into early evening. Beautiful, beautiful day here. Supposed to be gorgeous Friday and Saturday as well. Honeyegger smashes this one to right. Backing up on it. Tracking in, making the catch out there is Kolbach. Tagging and heading down to second base will be Marzovka. Just missed it. And there's one away here in the fourth inning for Carter Karbowski.
Number 10, Carter Karbowski.
Runners at the corners now and one out. Marzovka at third. Marzovka at third. Holman at first here. With one out. There's a swing and a miss by Karbowski, and it's 1-0. Karbowski at the dish with runners at the corners. Now it's popped up on the infield. Tracking it and making the catch. And there's two away now. Cooper Sousa now at the plate here for the Red Raiders with two away. Caden Chelinski on deck. Two away, 15-1 Wisconsin Rapids. Now misses inside to Cooper, and it's 1-0. And East will have to put some miracle together in the fifth. On misses away. 2 balls, no strikes. They'll have 9-1-2 in the fifth. Trying to keep this deficit at just 11, at just 14. And see if we can get a couple in the fifth inning. The 2-1 offering. Foul straight back into the screen, and it's 2-1. Caden Shalinski getting yelled at over there. 2 balls and a strike here to Cooper Sousa. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Marzofka and Holman, the runners. High chopper over to second. Plays it across and gets Sousa. Nice play over there at second base and the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, or a couple of hit by pitches. And we go to the 5th. Last shot here for East. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
So, after a couple of years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
All right, we go to the 5th here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be 9-1-2 for the East Lumberjacks. Getting last shot here for Wausau East to get 4 runs. But they need 5 to continue. And they need 5 to continue here in the 5th. Hudson Holman at third. He made that last play in the last inning. Blazer is at second. Karbowski out in right. Marzofka out in center. Shalinski behind the dish. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 5th, or the top of the 5th inning. Glad you're all joining us here on Zaleski Sports this afternoon. First one to Maverick Ekstrom in for a strike. No, there we go. The 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. Gage has got 9 Ks tonight. No balls and 2 strikes. Fires home. And that one bounces right in front of Shalinski and back into the screen, and it's 1-2. Got a bunch of games tomorrow. Check them all out, ZaleskiSports.com. That is a fly ball to right. That's Karbowski out there. And Carter makes a nice catch for the first out of the inning. One away for James Dennis. One away. Nice play out there by Karbowski, and there's 1 out. A check swing and didn't go around. No, again, we saw that in softball the other day. It's nearly impossible for a first base umpire to make that call on a left-handed batter. There's a swing and a miss. Or even had a ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Gage is in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Dropped by Shalinski, but ball and 2 strikes. Gage Stockwell on deck. Honeyacre works quickly and misses a touch away, and it's 2-2. I like the speed that Gage calling his own game. Just get out there and throw it hard. Picks up his 10th strikeout of the afternoon. Number 10 for Gage, and that'll bring up Gage Stockwell with 2 outs. East down to their final out here in the 5th. Or final out of the game, I should say. First one is in for a strike. Rapids has played East 3 times this year, 18-0 in their last game, 16-2 in the first game, and now 15-1 here. A ground ball and into center field. Gage Stockwell. A nice piece hit in there by Gage. That'll bring up Logan Glavinsky, who doubled back in the first inning. Logan going to Eau Claire to play football next year. First offering. Misses high for a ball. Runner at first and 2 outs. Gage looking for number 11 here to finish off the ball game. 2-0 now to Glavinsky. 2-0. 3-0 now to Glavinsky. Cam Rye waiting on deck. Honeyegger comes set. There's a strike. Dropped by Shalinski, but in for a strike anyway, and count runs 3-1. Honeyegger sets from the belt. Looks at the runner, doesn't worry about him. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. Gage looking for number 11 to finish off this afternoon. Gage comes set. Wheels and deals home, and that will just fly ball and out of play. And do it again, full count. Stockwell will have a head start on the 3-2 with 2 outs. Honeyegger fires back again, and that'll do it here this afternoon. Gage Honeyegger picks up his 11th strikeout of the afternoon to end this one here from Wisconsin Rapids. Final score 15-1 Red Raiders. You've been watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports presented by ShedSliver.com. Key Savings Bank postgame show coming up next here from Wisconsin Rapids.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for the local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday, all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Time now for a Key Savings Bank postgame show. Wisconsin Rapids comes away victorious here this afternoon. A final score of 15-1. Now, Wausau East started the game off with a lead 1-0 after the top of the first. Rapids answered back with 4 in the first and then exploded for 11 runs in the second inning. Very similar to what they did against East on Tuesday. Scored 11 runs in the fifth inning. Won that one 18-0. 15-1 today. Their previous score in their first meeting was 16-2. So all Rapids over Wausau East today. Rapids improves to 9-9 on the season. Wausau East drops to 1-18. A couple of other games still going on the network. Check those out at ZaleskiSports.com. I'll be back with you on Saturday over at Robinson Park in Wisconsin, or over at Robinson Park here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be Assumption and Columbus Catholic in girls softball at 1:30. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll have more games for you tomorrow. Check them all out once again at ZaleskiSports.com. Hope you have a great night. Final score once again here from the Quadplex. It's Wisconsin Rapids 15 and Wausau East 1. Hope you have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you again next time right here on Zaleski Sports.